Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again, Unleash Quality. My name is Shobh and I hope you guys are safe today and I hope for your bit of health. So this is my third video and second chapter. In chapter 1, my previous two videos, we discussed about what is quality and why is it important. Today's video we'll discuss the 5 major aspects of the quality framework, which I'm sure you guys noticed in the thumbnail. So we'll be discussing what quality framework is all about, whether we want to set up a new quality framework or whether we want to re-engineer our current quality approach, right? We need these 5 are the base of setting up any quality team, any quality framework in your organization, be it your personal business, anywhere, right? So let's get started quickly. So the 5 major aspects of the quality framework. To start with, we have sampling methodology. Okay, what this sampling methodology means. This is very basic thing to do and is needed. The reason, simple reason being the right sample size will give you the right inferences for us to improve our business, to retain customers, to increase our customer satisfaction and all of that. Now, what does this mean? Sampling should be based on the volume and the KPIs. The volume basically for a production unit would be the amount or the quantity of products that is being manufactured. For service industry, it would be the number of calls or the number of cases or the number of, depending on your line of business, how many of those cases do you get. Based on that, you need to define a sample. We will discuss how do you conclude on an ideal sample for a particular volume. I'll present my sampling calculator in the upcoming videos, how to create a sampling calculator also, and we will discuss on that. So, and then moving on the sampling methodology, you have categorized associates basis performance. Now here, because I'm talking about the service industry, I'm considering it associates. When you are in a manufacturing product industry, you need to categorize your products, based on their performance, the duration, maybe the timing of the products, those products being manufactured, the specifications of all of those. Based on that, you will categorize your products, your services, your agents, right? And the frequency of audits to be evenly distributed. Now, this is very important. The frequency of audits has to be spread equally across the days, weeks, hours, months, quarters, years, every aspect. It cannot be this week I do 2 audits for, let's say, let's consider an associate A, and next week I don't do any audit, and then third week or maybe the fourth week I do. So that creates a imbalance in the audit approach. It is not uniform anymore. Hence, it is important that the frequency of audits needs to be evenly distributed. Cool. Moving on, we have definition of standards, another important aspect, be it internal, be it external. Now, what does this definition of standard means basically? It means process and policy guidelines to be created and reviewed. Identify your critical and non-critical attributes, your parameters, your specifications. That is critical for the outcome of that product or the service, the result of that product. Define those, very important. This will need brainstorming with multiple stakeholders within the organization, and based on that and also depending on the severity of that particular parameter or attribute or the specification. And definitely these need to be aligned to our process metrics. So next, moving on, we have the third aspect, which is coaching and feedback, a very vital and the right there base that needs to be implemented for a quality framework right from the beginning. So feedback and coaching methodology for both pass and fail transaction, for both pass and fail audits is critical, very important, very significant, because this can bring wonderful results out of from your customers, from our clients, everywhere. This is very basic, very important, right? Then we have, how do we do coaching? There needs to be a coaching framework defined. There needs to be a feedback framework defined. There needs to be an audit framework defined. All of these fall into the larger bucket of quality framework. Now, within that, there is coaching and feedback. So there needs to be a coaching framework. There needs to be a feedback framework. Do know this. There is a difference between a coaching. There is a difference between feedback. Coaching and feedback are not the same. So there needs to be two different framework, or maybe one framework distinguishing or differentiating between a coaching framework and a feedback framework. Your operations team, your production team, the senior management, the mid management, the lower management, the quality team, the training team, everyone needs to be involved in coaching specific. The feedback can or cannot be limited only to the QA team or the quality team. However, the coaching certainly cannot be limited only to the quality team or a specific department. It has to be broad. It has to be spread across all the departments. Everyone needs to be involved in coaching, right? And then there is monthly identification of outliers. Outliers in the sense, people who underperform, right? There is a quartile management system to do this, which again we'll be getting into and discussing in the next videos. The video is going to get lengthy, hence I'm not getting into details of that. But there is an approach to all of this, which if you follow my channel, if you subscribe, you would be seeing all those informations coming up here. Cool. Next, we have calibration, another important aspect. Now, calibration is what? To ensure that your product that is being manufactured meets the benchmark, meets the standards that is set by maybe the government, maybe by the industry standards, maybe by looking at some other product. If you want to calibrate a engine, a diesel engine, you want to calibrate a diesel pump, you want to calibrate a generator, inverter, all of these, right? Even a mobile phone or a television or a computer system, they need to be calibrated before they are manufactured, or before they reach the end user. It's very important to ensure that your all products are same, consistent. It cannot be that one iPhone 6 performs in a certain way and the other iPhone 6 performs in a different way. That means there is a defect there, or there is no sync in both the products. Customer A may be happy, customer B may not be happy. Hence, calibration plays a very important role, right? Moving on, I have reporting and review, the last aspect of the quality framework, which is reporting and review. This is very important. Again, all these aspects are important in fact. That's why they are called the 5 major aspects of the quality framework. These are all on the right and thumb rule, basically. Publishing daily, weekly, monthly reports to identify your performance trends. It can be that in winter, your product does amazingly well or your service does amazingly well, but in summer it drops. What is the reason? What can we do? So you're reporting and reviewing those reports, your functions, your activities will help you get there, will help us get there, right? So that is what I wanted to discuss today on the quality framework. Please put your questions in the comment and I'll try and answer those, and also share what would you like to see in my videos in the future. Just to give you a heads up in what is next, we're going to discuss what is data, the mighty data. Data is very important. All mathematics, it can be alphanumeric as well, it can be only text as well, but there is data. And then we will also discuss about the difference between a data and an information. How do you differentiate what data is useful, what data is not so useful, and how do you derive information from data? And we'll also discuss about the types of data that is used across industries, the use of those data. Definitely, we're going to discuss. That will be all for today's video, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, if you found this is useful, please do give a like, and please do subscribe my channel, because I'll be sharing a few more videos on the things that we have discussed, and a lot of concepts and approaches are coming up. Thank you again. This is Shubh signing off. You guys stay home and stay safe.